I'm just preparing a few things, getting ready for guests for next week. Posted some shorts, some clips from yesterday. Our tech. Hey, Cat. Ain't no sunshine when he's gone. Bill Withers. Good song. So yeah, New Year's clicking off to a good start. Even beforehand, of course, tomorrow, Adam's gonna come up. We're gonna talk who knows? I never know what I'm gonna talk about with Adam. It's just fun to man. Adam reminds me of my teenage years when everything felt so new. Different spiritual paths, music, art, and we would just go out and we would talk and talk and talk like we were going to set the world on fire. Hey, Lady Sky. Ellie, how are you? So I enjoy talking to Adam. He's going to come up tomorrow. I'm not sure which time yet, though. Doesn't matter. As long as he comes up and we hang out. Monday, we have Miss Flipper. No one Monday night. Tuesday, Tom Wakechild's going to come up, continue our conversations with Tom. He has a unique view on using the Course in Miracles as a life path, as it should be. His way is just a little different, so it might seem. I'm sorry, Ellie, that you're not in the best mental state. Lady Sky says, "How are you, Yogi?" I'm doing good, doing good. Wednesday, Mark Landau. Mark Landau, he was up once, and as he said, it was a technical disaster, and it was. I'm sorry, it's hard today. What's going on? Yeah, and it was pretty bad. Big Al says, "I'm here, but I'm not." Well, as long as you're here, even if you're not. What's going on, Big Al? So hopefully this time with Mark will be better. Mark is 79 years old. Cat says, "Hello, beautiful people." Hello, Big Al. Hey, Anna. Mark was in the upper echelons of Maharshi Mahesh Yogi, the TM movement. One of the most successful of the early Indian gurus that came to America. We can define success, and hey, Adam, I was just talking about you. We can define success monetarily, right? He made a fortune, did a lot of good work, but we can also define success as he got a huge amount of people, and still does, meditating every day, committing to sit twice a day. It's pretty big in America that we're devoting 20 minutes a day, twice a day, cultivating our own sense of inner peace, which in turn cultivates a sense of peace in the world. Big Al says, "I'm just busy sorting out the things for Rolo, so I'm listening, but not chatting." Got you. Ellie says, "When I realized that I had physio soon, and I'm panicking about that, and I just really anxious and I feel like I'm going to have a panic attack." Well, the physio is going to help you. You're going to be in less pain. You're going to be feeling better. You're going to be more mobile. The physio is going to be good. So, is there any way you can sort of reframe your thinking that I'm about to do something that's going to change my life for the better? It's going to make me pain free. It's going to give me more mobility. I'm going to be able to have more fun. I'll sleep better. Hey, Evan. I had an okay Christmas. How are you? Cat says, "Big Al at the dinosaur park. There was a storyline. Little Al. I thought of you and Chloe." Hey, Phil. Manifestor's here. Adam says, "Ellie's not like physical therapy. It's just about the fact of having to meet new people." I can understand that, But there, you're meeting people who are going to help you. Ellie says, Adam, that's what it is. Evan says, I have some friends over and we watched the movie and ate food. That's nice. What movie did you watch? Kat says, I get that Ellie meeting new people in person is nerve wracking. It is. Hey, Starseeker. Breaking down boxes. It's the saddest day of the year. Boxes have served their purpose. I am sure, Ellie. You're gonna make some new friends. Phil says my B-Day tomorrow going to be a very ancient hill fort in the local environment. I've been there before tomorrow with the pastimes. Awesome. Hey, happy birthday, Phil. Evan says new Running Man. There's a new Running Man. Kind of sucked in comparison to the old one. Yeah, some movies they just don't need a remake. I wonder if it was closer to the short story, the novella. Hey, Sniper. This is the final weekend of 2025. Yep. Let's see how 2026 goes. 2025 was a rough year for me. Big guy said that's funny and cool cat. Hi, Anna, not ignoring anyone. No more replies now. Bathing Willow, so have wet hands. Got you. I did, Ellie. Thank you. Adam says physio can be tough. Tippy says hi, Phil. Happy birthday, mate. Phil says cheers, Bill. A year. Nigh forgetful. So Maharshi Mahesh Yogi, right? Mark Lindell was one of his I forget what they called it, but of the people that brought his rug out for him to sit and meditate on. It was a prestigious position. He's going to be up Tuesday. We're going to talk about the Maharshi days, what he did in between then, his discovery of the Whispering Cedars, which is a book that comes out of Russia. And it's a sort of return to earth movement, but in a very profound way, in a very spiritual way. Everyone should own 2.2 acres, which is that a hectare? Kat says we should do a fun contest making digital versions of what we think Sheriff Big Al looks like and post it on Yogi's community page. But we all know what he looks like. He's got a handlebar mustache, big one, ear to ear. He's always wearing a bandana around his neck, or as they say out in the old west of merry old England, a kerchief around his neck. He is bow-legged, because of the horses, and he's always wearing a vest. 10-gallon hat, of course. He's probably wearing it right now as he's washing Rollo. Tips his hat and says ma'am a lot, which is insulting because I don't even look like a girl. What else? Oh, and he's always eating a plump red tomato like it's an apple. And he's got tomato juice and seeds like running down his lips and mixed up in his handlebar mustache. It's exactly what he looks like. I think everyone pretty much knows it, right? Evan says you and Hippie Chick should order a what's that word? Extract pop and have a smooth sailing stream. That'll be on Monday. Oh, is that the book with the girl Anastasia? Anastasia, I said it. Cat, are you proud of me? Sniper, are you proud of me? I don't think I could say it again. Anastasia, I did. It is. Have you heard of that book, Mark? It has it's had a very profound influence on our friend Mark. Anyway, he's going to be up Tuesday, Wednesday afternoon. Sniper will be up the Esoteric Lounge on Wednesday. I'm all mixed up. And I have a guest on Thursday evening and Friday evening. Off to a busy start. Hey, Tom. Hey, Long John. Adam says, where are we? Is everything okay in Nashville? Hey, Krishna, Tom. Tom, how was your Christmas? Manifesto says, I can tell you there is nothing more pleasing to the taste bud than a tiger cherry tomato. Evan says, really, you doing that? What? What am I doing? Okay, this guy says, yep, everything okay in Nashville, Adam. Oh, yeah, of course, carrying a banjo, strapped around his back. Always ready for a song. Always quick with a quip and ready with a song. That's our Big Al. Hey, Wessa, how are you? Wessa says, super proud. What are you proud about, my friend? Oh, Manny says, I listened to a lot of it on audiobook. Very good stuff. Hey, so one of the big followers of that book, and again, he was in the upper echelons of the Maharishi Mahesh Yogi's Transcendental Meditation movement. He will be here Wednesday afternoon. It's an expensive book. Tom says, I survived. I've had many Christmases like that. Mustafa, how are you, my friend? Is there anything new? Not right now, but there's going to be some new stuff this week, upcoming week, Mustafa. You're going to like some of the guests that we have. Hopefully, you like all of the guests. Manifesto says, I don't know what you think of David Icke, but I caught a trailer of one of his films called Albion. So I watched the first episode of his iconic website. I tell you, it was absolutely brilliant. I have two of his books. I got mixed feelings about him. Mixed feelings. Do you play 40K? I don't. I don't even know what that is. Adam says hi to everyone. Oh, gotcha. Proud you pronounce Anastasia. Anastasia. I might have it. Whatever that is. That is a person in Siberian forest who has received information from the spheres, from the cosmos, from the universe itself, from nature, and channeled it into some books. And the books deal with, let me look it up for you. I'll read a bit about it. OJ says, you love it. What is it? Zipper says, David is part of the soft disclosure. What is the soft disclosure? I mean, he's just giving out a little information that he thinks that we can handle. Zipper says he speak a lot, and then not entirely everything. Big Al, he can says a lot with just a nod. Just a nod. Sometimes that's all you need when you're sheriff of a town. You just nod. Mustafa says, "Where's Miss Flipper? We didn't see her yesterday or today either." Sniper, is she all right? She was in yesterday. Everyone says, drinking a green drink or eating a wacky gummy. Hey, this guy says, it's a good ham to buy though, Cat and Jack. Is there such a thing as a bad ham to buy? Probably. A gatekeeper? And that's only what's required. Longus says, Yogi is the banjo, and I am his background mandolin. What do you think of the dobro, Long John? Hey, do you know of Mike Aldridge? I had a crush on his daughter. We were friends. I never did confess my love. Hey, Timo. How are you, my friend? Adam says, have you ever read Law of One, Yogi? I haven't, but I think that's the second time in 2 days it's been mentioned, Adam. You want to tell me about it tomorrow? Manifesto says, yes, I understand it's counterintelligence, but I think if you use your discernment, it can help you with your own enlightenment. What's this saying out, everyone? Hey guys, have you been over and checked out Wasa's music, his channel? He's a very talented musician. I hope everyone heads over and checks him out. Snipper says to allow for karma be upon us, we already know, but do nothing as a whole about it. Cat says so to Long John. Hey, I'll tell you after this, we have a special guest coming up, unannounced. Howdy, partner.
Good evening, Mr. Yogi.
Good evening.
I wanted to jump up quickly and just say Merry Christmas to you because I haven't had a chance.
I appreciate that.
And I'm hoping 2026 goes a lot better for yourself and for many others.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
No, you're very
I
welcome.
hope it is a
Well, I wanted to
year
come up quickly and say
entirely
that.
of good things for you, Big Al. I hope you get all the things that you deserve in 2026.
Thank you, Yogi. Thank you very much. I do hope that 2026 is a better year, but I also hope it's better for you and for other people in the chat as well. And yeah, no, I just wanted to come up and very quickly say Merry Christmas because I didn't get a chance. I know it's late. It's, you know, Christmas Day was a couple of days ago now, but no, I wanted to come up and say that because I haven't had the opportunity. And I wanted to quickly come up and, you know, be here before the end of 2025 as well.
Right. I appreciate that.
And by the sounds of it, you've got a lot of guests coming up, so I wanted to jump in very quickly.
Well, thanks. I appreciate it. And remember, no guest is more important than you are, Big Al.
Please forgive Rolo. He's got a squeaky turkey for Christmas, and he's playing with that currently.
Right. Are you sure that's Rolo?
Shh! Don't give away all my secrets.
I mean, you probably had a big Christmas dinner that you're still digesting. It's okay, Big Al. It's natural. It's natural, okay?
Fair enough. I won't take any. Yeah, I'll take the criticism on it then.
Kat says, "Yay, she's happy you're up here."
Thank you, Kat. Hi. Yeah, and I just wanted to let you know as well, Yogi. I've reported your channel because you've said something that hasn't offended me, but it has it's gotten to me a little bit, and it's kind of freaked me out a little.
It's a mustache.
Your little description of me it's almost like you've been stalking me. It was spot on. It was perfect. It's very, you know, that's no, it was a very accurate description of me, and I literally turned and looked in the mirror, and I was like, oh my gosh, he knows me. What's going on here?
I practice remote viewing, so I just, you know, I thought Big Al. I closed my eyes, and that's the image that came to mind.
The only thing that was missing was naked on a bicycle with a flower basket just for you, Yogi, because we,
I was thinking assless chaps.
yeah,
Just the chaps.
yeah. I mean, they keep my legs warm in the winter, but they give me the freedom of the air, so I'm not too hot.
Perfect.
And to give people like my beautiful, ripe, juicy tomato cat who's in the chat, who obviously likes to see that kind of stuff.
I'm sure that's the same image the cat had in her mind. How's bathing of Rolla going along?
Yeah, he's drying now. I've got the heating on. I've dried him as well as I can. I've got these I think they're called microfiber. I think that's the right term. Microfiber towels they're specifically for dogs, to be fair. So I've got 2 of those. I put one on the floor for when he gets out of the bath. He's really well behaved as a puppy, to be fair.
Yes.
He doesn't get in the bath on his own, but he does stay in there. I can happily leave the bathroom if I have to go and get anything that I've forgotten. He'll stay in there and he'll get out when he's told to get out. So it's cool. But he's currently drying at the minute. He's not completely wet, and he's not completely dry. He's sort of in the middle
Cat
stage.
Cat wants to know if we can see Rolla.
Yeah. 1 second. This.
Hi, Lucy.
Sit. Good boy.
Hey, puppy. Hey, Rolla.
And there's his turkey.
Rolla. Come here.
Good boy. Good boy. Sit. Sit. Good boy. Can you give paw? Good boy. Good boy. Yes. Yes. Good boy. Hey, hello.
Hey, so we've had the first hint of Big Al. We see the feet. We see the hands. It's like it's exactly as I imagined him to be. Hairy knuckles. Your toes are webbed. What's it says? He's a good boy.
He is. Yeah, he's very well behaved. He sits. He gives paw. And he's good when we got him back. I tried getting him to do turn around and stuff like that, but to be fair, I don't see the point in it because it's one of them things where I saw someone do it on YouTube and I was like, oh, I wonder if Rolo's, because Rolo's well behaved, I wonder if he would do that. But it's pointless. I don't see the need for him to do that. So we did it like twice and I gave up on it.
Right. I can understand that. I stopped doing it when I was 16. I saw no point. Refused to turn around for anything. Except for one thing. When that song comes on the radio and it says "Turn Around, Bright Eyes,"
yeah,
I always turn around.
Well, I thought it was against the law to not turn around when that comes on. So
I think you might be right about that.
I've done it through fear of being arrested.
I think so. I think the radio police will come for you.
But with Rolo, my point being with Rolo is that telling him to sit and give paw, those are sort of necessary commands. Telling him to turn around, spin on the spot, what it doesn't achieve anything other than the fact that he's very obedient. So yeah, like I say, I just gave up on it. I did get him to do it because he's fast learning and obviously, like I say, he's behaved. So, but no, I stopped doing it because I was like, there's no necessity for that.
Right. With my dogs,
and I'm happy with what he does do. So.
I have found my dogs, I only needed 3 commands: sit, stay, make me a sandwich. And as long as they could do those 3, everything was cool.
Absolutely, that's fair enough. So how was your Christmas, Yogi?
It was okay. I'm laughing right now because Long John is singing. Every now and then, Yogi falls apart.
Right.
My Christmas was okay, Big Al. How was yours?
Yeah, it was okay. I was alone as I am every year now, but I had Rolo for company this year, so that was good.
Nice.
Whereas obviously last last 5 years, I think it is 4 or 5 years. I've been on my own completely. I've not had a family or anything visit me or anything like that. So no, it was nice to have some company on Christmas Day. I wrapped Rolo's presents and stuff like that, and it was fun. So yeah,
Did Rolo get you anything for Christmas?
he did not.
Wow.
To be fair, that's kind of on me. Although he's behaved, I forgot to give him pocket money.
Uh-huh. Okay.
So and in all fairness, even in our years, Rolo's underage, so I can't exactly let him go to the shop on his own when he's only a child.
Got you. It is on you.
It's more on me than it is on him. But I like to think that it's a shared blame.
And there's always next year. He'll be a little bit older, a little more mature.
Yeah, I mean, next year obviously he'll be seven in our years, 7 in his years or our years. I can't remember. He'll be seven. He'll be 7 in his years, won't he? Because 7 years is one of our years to a dog.
Yes.
So yeah, it'll be one next year, but he'll be 7 to himself. So still won't be old enough to go to the shop on his own.
But he's getting there though. You got many, many years of loving Christmases ahead.
Yes, absolutely. He's recently just lost 2 of his baby teeth and a claw.
Well,
my parents were here a couple of weeks back, and because it was my brother's birthday, they brought my brother to see me, and my brother was playing with the ball with Rolo and said, "Oh, there's blood here from somewhere." Well, I checked Rolo's mouth and everything and couldn't see anything. But when they'd gone, I knelt down on the floor on something sharp and picked up one of Rolo's teeth. And then since then, another one's come out and a claw.
and that's
Couldn't-
baby teeth.
Yeah. He's. In fact, I probably couldn't show you, but yeah, he's got one. He looks really. Have you seen the Ice Age movies at all? Probably not, because obviously they're kids' movies, and
Right. Nope.
but there's an animal in there called Buck, and he's got a very long tooth on one side, and Rolo at the minute has got one sort of big canine and no more, because all his other teeth are baby teeth. So it looks quite funny. He does. That's another one that he sort of another command that's useless, but he does it just because I'm sad, I suppose. But I smile at Rolo, and I give like a proper grin. I show teeth. So I say to Rolo every now and again, "Show teeth," and I'll smile at him with my teeth. And he's kind of. I don't know whether he knows that command or. But it's funny when he's just sat there sometimes, because he will show his teeth. It's quite funny. It's like a smile almost, because it's not an aggressive way, obviously. It's one of he just sits there with his teeth, and it's so funny.
I think he's just smiling back at you.
I have a picture of it on my phone that I could probably upload as like a community post on my channel.
You should.
But yeah, it's pretty funny that he will sit there with his teeth out. And
Hey, Tiger King wants to know if you'd sing a Christmas song for him.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. There you go.
You can keep going.
That's all I know.
That's all
I've forgotten the words. I've forgotten the words.
Something about figgy pudding, right?
Yeah, no, I was being sarcastic. I know that one, but I don't want to sing anymore. That's all you're getting. You didn't say what I. To be fair, Tiger King didn't say what I had to sing. How much of a song I had to sing.
I agree. Hey,
Just
and
a
you did
Christmas
it.
song. So there you go.
He asked for a favor, and you did it. That was nice. You know what? I think those kids get really demanding when they say, "Bring me some figgy pudding," and bring it right now. They don't say please. They don't say, "May I have some?" they're literally demanding figgy pudding. Pretty rude, if you
Yeah,
ask me.
yeah, I 100% agree, Yogi. I mean, I watched something a few days ago, and there was a person dressed as the Grinch at a, well, it would be a Christmas party, obviously, but there was someone dressed as the Grinch at a party, and it scared one of the children, and they smacked him in the face. They slapped him on the side, on the cheek. Now, my daughter, had she done that, she would have got a slap on the backside, because okay, there's being scared as a child, but I never hit anyone when I was like that. So, but that's part of the problem. Children today are brought up with no manners and respect. I mean, the amount of times I've been in a shop or I've been walking down the street, and there's teenagers or even young children shouting at their parents. If I'd done that when I was a child, I'd have got the belt.
Hmm.
I mean, I'm not, I'm not aggressive or anything. But when my daughter was little, even sort of from the age of 1, if she was bad, she got a slap on the back of the hand or on the bum, and she was sat in the naughty corner for 5 minutes,
Right.
and she very well behaved. So I like to think that not being aggressive, but tough parenting is what's needed. Because there's just not a lot of respect in the world today from anyone really. But we're talking about children. But children at the minute don't. There's no respect for their parents or anyone for that matter.
Interesting.
I mean, I've not always been the best behaved or anything like that. I've had times where I've argued with strangers. I think everyone has. You know, but I've always respected people as well. I still respect my elders now.
Right.
Anyone older than me, I still respect them. And a lot of people, I see that argument a lot as well. Oh, respect is earned, yes, but it's doesn't take anything to respect someone. And if they, um, a lot of people gain my respect almost immediately. I'm almost backwards because I respect people as soon as I meet them, but you can quite easily lose my respect.
How long did it take when we met for me to lose your respect? Was it like minutes or a little bit longer?
Seconds. It was seconds, Yogi. 2 seconds, I think. As soon as you opened your mouth, as soon as you spoke, that was it. I was like, no, this guy, he doesn't know. That's it. No
I thought so.
respect.
I was trying to be
Yeah.
charitable. That giving myself minutes. But yeah, I could see it. It did not take long.
Yeah. It was 2 seconds. I think that was the maximum as well. There was no. Yeah, it was almost immediately, Yogi. There was no, and there's no coming back from it either. I don't think you can do anything or say anything to gain my respect back. I think that's it for you. I think, yeah. Now,
But you
Cat,
know
on the
what?
other hand,
I'm afraid that you're right. But the fact that I think that I can is what gets me up every morning. What drives me, or what keeps me coming on the live stream every day, is that I
Right.
know it's almost an impossibility, but I have to keep trying.
Right, fair enough. I don't want to shatter your dreams, Yogi, so I'll go with it because I don't want you. You've just said it's what gets you up in the morning, so I don't want to, be the cause of you having sleepless nights, and I couldn't do that to you.
We
As
all
much as
need
I don't
that.
respect you, as much as I don't respect you, I'm a civil guy, so I'll be respectful.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that. And we all need that little thread that we can hang on to. Sometimes it's all we have.
Exactly. I'm like a never-ending candle. My wick is always burning, even though my light isn't very bright, and I probably don't smell very good. Sorry, I had to drop a joke in there about smell. But no, yeah. But no, it's good that you had an okay Christmas, Yogi, and I'm glad that I've got to come up here and speak to you.
Me
It's
too.
been a good laugh.
I appreciate that. I always appreciate you coming up.
And like I wanted to come up before the new year. You know, I wanted to come up and wish you a merry. I wish I'd been able to come up closer to Christmas, on Christmas or Christmas Eve or something, and come up and wish you a merry Christmas. But I've just been really busy. I've been helping my neighbour with a few things, and I mean, I do everything last minute. So my Christmas shopping was done like 2 weeks before Christmas.
Right.
My then on the 12th it was my mum's birthday. On the 19th it was my brother's birthday, and my stepbrother's birthday is on the 2nd of January. So it's been, I've been trying to get presents for people for Christmas and birthdays, and just not had time for many things. I haven't really been on YouTube much. In fact, I keep noticing you get the analytics weekly from YouTube, and at the minute I upload more posts than I do anything else. I don't upload videos much. I don't upload many shorts anymore. It's all posts. So I do need to, in the new year, start I need to go live more. I've already said that a lot. I need to go live more. I need to post more long form videos, more shorts, and yeah. But
That's
I
what
have
I've been working
noticed.
on. That's what I've been working on too.
Yeah, no, it's you really realize when you start getting the feedback from YouTube, you're sort of like, oh, I need to do a bit more of this and a bit more of that. But I have noticed, I say that I haven't posted more many shorts or videos. I have gained subscribers. I was
Good.
stuck on the 320 somethings for a while, and I'm now at 343. So I'm doing something right, I suppose. But to me, YouTube isn't. I don't really care about being funded by YouTube or anything, and that's not against YouTube itself.
Right.
It's just I didn't start YouTube to become a creator or anything like that. I started it as something to do when I weren't working, as something to do on the weekends to fill in spare time. And if I'm out and about, I record things on my phone, and I'm like, oh, that'd be fun to share with people. And because I don't have social media, this was sort of the place for that. So although I'm happy that I gained subscribers, and I obviously, like I said, I must be doing something that people are enjoying. I didn't really care about it in the beginning, but now I've kind of grown and sort of realised that. Sorry, Rolo again with his toy.
That's okay.
But I've sort of realised that I enjoy doing it as well.
I can see that. I can definitely understand that.
And I've met some really nice people, yourself and Kat and Anna and Lady Sky and Squirrel and Miss Blipper. There's too many people to name, but everyone here has been. I class you all as friends and as a family. I repeat that nearly every time I come up here, but it's like a family, and I love each and every one of you and appreciate each and every one of you. And I thank everyone who's got me sort of to where I am on YouTube.
The feeling's mutual. You are much loved, especially here for sure. Hey, David.
No, it's lovely, Yogi. It really is. It's really it makes the internet a bit more of a pleasant place, because there is some nasty things out there. There's nasty things going on in the world. There's nasty things that are being put on the internet, and having communities like this makes it a better place to be.
It sort of gives a little hope to the internet. We think of it as this big impersonal place where people can be mean indiscriminately. They can just come up and say what they want and then, leave or stay and insult people. And when we create a little group of friends like this, it shows the heart that even the internet can have a heart.
Yes. Yeah.
Kat says, yes, absolute pure love for our Big Al.
Love you, Kat. Thank you. Right, anyway, sorry, Yogi. I've been up for nearly half an hour. I've been up for 22 minutes, and I've taken up a lot of your time. I only came up to wish you a Merry Christmas, and we kind of had a laugh and a nice conversation. So I'm not brushing that aside and saying, oh, I need to get going. It's been it's been amazing to come up, but I don't want to take up too much of your time because obviously you were in the middle of talking anyway. So
Yeah,
apologies
but
for taking up so much.
this is why I have oh, by the way, our friend Hammer Radio Show says, Big Al, good to hear you.
Who? Sorry.
Radio Show, Hammer.
Oh, hi. Yes.
He's asked about you a few times.
Oh, I saw. Yeah, sorry. So I've seen. I was looking for the full word hammer, and it's not. It's shortened. So
Right. He's
my
got a
bad. My
he doesn't
apologies.
have Hammer in his name anymore, but I still call him Hammer.
Yeah, I realised I was looking. That's what when I was looking for the chat, and I was like, "Hold on, where?" And then no, I saw obviously the actual message itself rather than looking for the name. I apologise for that.
Right. Kat says, super glad you came up, Big Al.
Yeah, so am I, Kat. I've really enjoyed having a nice conversation with you, Yogi, and obviously having a laugh. And
Me too.
it's always amazing when I come up. It's always puts a smile on my face, and I always sort of feel better.
Well, they say.
I won't necessarily having a bad day or anything, but I always feel a lot better having spoken to you.
I appreciate hearing that. That's what the channel is all about.
No, it's positivity and love. That's all there is here. Hi, Lucy. Yeah, no, positivity and love. That's all there is. That's all there ever is. And you get the odd trolls, and I think everyone ignores them because you rise up to them and they know that they've pressed the right buttons. So
I agree. And
but
the
like
thing
I said,
is,
sorry, go on.
the thing is not the avoidance of trolls, but the navigating through when they happen. You've been here long enough. You've seen we've had disagreements among friends.
Yes.
We've always been able to work through everything.
Yes. It comes back to me being. I know I was joking at the time when I said it. I do respect you, Yogi, and I hope you know that. That whole thing about not respecting you. It took 2 seconds to lose my respect. You know it was a joke. I mean, you said it on purpose, so you know it was a joke. But it comes back to that respect thing. I may lose respect for people in the chat, but I am always civil. Whether I come up here and I get on with somebody in the chat is irrelevant. I'll still speak to them, and I'll still, I'll be kind. I don't just because someone's joined the chat that I don't like doesn't mean I'm going to go. Oh, I'll see you later, Yogi. I'm going because I'll still say hi to that person, whether they know I like them or not. There has been people in the chat where I've not gone with them. I've said hi and they've completely blanked me, and that is just immaturity to me. It's self-immaturity, but it's also growth immaturity as well, because I can put problems aside and still, say hi to somebody. Whether I'm going to check out their channel ever again is it doesn't matter. Like I say, it comes down to that maturity. I can ignore the problem and say hi to a person because they are a person. They're a human being.
Right, I agree. 100%.
Yeah, it's what it is. Like you said, there's been some problems here, and they've all been sorted. So,
and I mentioned before, every problem that I've had here has given me an opportunity to pivot and make some changes, bring me in a little bit of a new direction, and all of that has helped me feel like I've been able to be more helpful to more and more people.
Yeah, I mean, I've lost my trail of thought. I really apologize, Yogi. I read something in the chat and lost my trail of thought. Okay. No, what I'm really glad that I discovered you over at Mark and Joe's, Yogi. My life has improved a little bit. I'd say a little bit. I don't mean that as in teeny tiny, but as a turn of phrase, you've improved my life a little bit. Now, since speaking to you in Mark and Joe's chat, I've just been happier,
And
and
it's
I'm really glad that I met you. And I've known you. It's been a year now at least, because
yeah,
I knew you at Christmas last year, so it's been at least a year. So I've known you for a year, and you've made my life a bit better, Yogi. So I thank you for that as well.
those are big words to me because I could say that just that has been enough for me to have my YouTube channel. Just to know that I've helped one person could be enough. So I really do appreciate that.
No, you're very welcome, Yogi. You don't have to thank me. Honestly, I'm thanking you because it's been great, genuinely. But yeah, that's about all from me, Yogi. So apologies. We've now been chatting for 28 minutes. So
That's
apologies.
okay.
You were in the middle of talking to everyone, and I just jumped in. But I did want to come up, like I say, I wanted to come up, say Merry Christmas to you, to wish you a Merry Christmas, and yeah, to get up here before the new year, because it just felt right. I don't know the right word, but it felt right to come up
Right.
before the new year. Obviously, to sort of wish you well, Yogi, going forward. It's
Thanks. That's much, much appreciated.
Well, I'll see you back in the chat. I'm going to make myself a coffee now.
All right, Big Al.
Um,
Thank you again.
no, you're very welcome. Look after yourself, everybody. Everyone, be kind to yourselves and others. I won't say make New Year's resolutions to be kind or anything like that. You should be kind anyway. And I never make New Year's resolutions because one, I don't stick to them, and two, they're pointless. Because you make a decision and you either do it or you don't. Don't tell yourself you're going to do something, just do it. So yeah, be kind to yourselves, be kind to others. Good luck to you all going forward. Be happy going forward. And I'm here for everyone. Yogi's here for everyone. We're all here for each other. It's a nice little family here. And yeah, thank you for having me, Yogi.
Always. You're always welcome up.
I will see you in the chat.
All right. Take care, Big Al.
And you, thank you.
Guys, our good friend Big Al. Always a pleasure having him come up. Let's see. Ethan says, first off, Ethan, welcome. My girlfriend is very spiritual, but much more practical, too logical. Mine is sometimes to my own detriment. I think I admire the ability of religious people to leave it in God's hands. Well, that's interesting. For me, there's nothing more practical than leaving it in God's hands. Because at my age, in review, the times that I've stood up and I've taken charge, I've made a complete mess of things overall. Virtually every time. The things that I've been able to. Now, we don't have to have this in a religious sense. When we talk God, we are talking about something that you are. God is not an outside source in which we are relying upon, hoping that this big slot machine in the sky is going to come up. What are the slot machine symbols? Right? I don't know. I've run it on a slot machine a few times, but we're not hoping that our prayers and that our surrender pays off to something that's outside of us. God is an experience. Starseeker says, love listening to Big Al the Englishman. Me too, Starseeker, always. So I hope you had a good Christmas. Kat says to Coffee Cake, hello, beautiful friend. Not only beautiful friend, beautiful singing voice. Starseeker says, Cat and Jack, me too. Sure Seeds getting ready to go recycle boxes and plastics. Unreal how warm it is. I have peach trees with buds. Well, hope you will. It's just getting up to the 40s here. I appreciate that, Selma. Ethan says, you are the second person today that has told me that God is within me, not external. I like that line of thinking, but what does it truly mean? Well, let's get rid of the thought that God is within you. Let's get rid of the thought that God is anywhere. As soon as we think God is within us, we've quantified God. Let's think of God as an experience. Do you remember being a child? And I hope you have a memory of this. Being so assured of being loved, of absolute love from your parents. Everything felt safe. You didn't even have to consider it because you knew that you were safe. That's the experience of God. Knowing that not only do we live in a cooperative universe, that the universe is cooperative because we ourselves are the universe. That's the experience of God, my friend. But as we grew older, we began thinking. It's not a bad thing. Thoughts can be useful, right? The problem is we believe all of our thoughts. Bad things start to happen. We start to doubt. And we start thinking, so if there's a wonderful, loving God, and I'm being told that God is out there, why are these bad things happening? Why are people I love leaving my life? Why all the terrible things that happen to us through life? And we start asking, why? And we start blaming. And then we become dismissive. A loving God would never do any of that. We believe our thoughts. But thoughts are not the actuality. The map is not the territory. Adam says, ouch. What happened, Adam? Is my jaw popping? Yeah. Someone says my wisdom teeth is coming out already. It hurts so bad. I'm sorry. I remember getting all of mine out at once. Big Al says, sorry, Yogi, I have to go. My sister's trying to film me. Hey, thanks for coming up, Big Al, and thanks just for hanging out with us. Cat says goodbye to Big Al. Adam says whole cloves are good for tooth pain. Hey guys, tomorrow is our friend Manifestor's birthday. If you see him, if you run into him, make sure you wish him a happy birthday. I hope he pops in. We can sing him a song. Someone says my dad will call the dentist appointment tomorrow. Hope it doesn't hurt too bad, Selma. Mustafa says, and how can perfect love leave our minds lost in a dream when we experience real suffering, well as content with being absolute perfection? I know you've asked that a couple times, Mustafa. The answer is perfect love doesn't leave us lost in the dream. The belief that we are lost in a dream, just that, the thoughts that we are lost, the thoughts that lend themselves to belief. Perfect love is the salvation that wakes us from the dream. And we've already awakened. The dream's already over. When you are experiencing perfect love, you're experiencing reality. Everything else is the illusion. An excellent point there, Mustafa. Let's go right to the introduction of A Course in Miracles. Selma says, I love being here. We love having you here, Selma. You're always missed when we don't see you. So, Ethan, are you still here? This is from the introduction of A Course in Miracles. The Course does not aim at teaching the meaning of love, for that is beyond what can be taught. It does aim, however, at removing the blocks to the awareness of love's presence, which is your natural inheritance. The opposite of love is fear, but what is all encompassing can have no opposite. The Course can therefore be summed up very simple in this way. Very simply in this way, nothing real can be threatened, nothing unreal exists, herein lies the peace of God. So, the reason why we think that perfect love has left us stranded is because we have blocks to the awareness of love's presence. And we believe those blocks are reality themselves. The blocks to knowing who we are, the blocks to love's presence, fear, are self identity as being a small, separate individual. Anything that feels unloving, any unforgiving thought, anything that keeps us thinking that we are striving, that we are seeking, that it's something that we need to realize, something we need to obtain. All of those are blocks to the awareness of love's presence. And we believe they're real. We believe that we are separate. We believe that God is either non existent or is so far and removed from this world that he doesn't even care or know about my existence. Hey, Sherry. There's some of my favorite lines too. Couple weeks ago, maybe well over a month now. Dove Fishman gave me a directive. I don't know if he meant it as a directive straight to me, but that's how more and more how it's coming to feel. That for me, it is time to not keep diving back in the book, the workbook, and going through it lesson by lesson by lesson. But Dove had said that once you've been through the workbook at least once, everyone has to go through it. If you're a dedicated student of the course, you need to go through it once. I've been through it several times. I picked it up after the last time and started doing it again. But after talking to Dove, and now it's feeling more and more real. This is what he said to focus on. Focus on that introduction. Focus on nothing real can be threatened, nothing unreal exists. Herein lies the peace of God. As well, we go to the workbook. These are the lessons to focus on. They're a review. 201 to 220. As it says in the introduction, each of these ideas alone would be sufficient for salvation if it was learned truly. Each would be enough to give release to you and to the world from every form of bondage and invite the memory of God to come again. All of the lessons, all of these reviews begin with the thought of, I am not a body, I am free, for I am still as God created me. And then the lessons 201 begin with, I trust my brothers who are one with me. I won't read them all, I'll give you a sample though. I will be still an instant and go home. I call upon God's name and on my own, because truly they are the same name. The name of God is my inheritance. And then the last thing he suggested to focus on, the final lessons, which will be beginning, the last 5. And it begins with the holy instant I would give to you. Be you in charge, for I would follow you, certain that your direction gives me peace. And then closing with this wonderful prayer. And if I need a word to help me, he, capital H, will give it to me. If I need a thought, that he will also give. And if I need but stillness and a tranquil, open mind, these are the gifts I will receive of him. He is in charge by my request, and he will hear and answer me because he speaks for God, my Father, and his Holy Son. All right. I don't know if our friend Pethan is still with us. That sounds like pretty heavy religious language, right? It isn't. It's very practical. Very practical. Hey, Sherry, I also want to talk a bit about sleep before I close things down. Soma says, Jackson says, later on, me and him are going to start dating. Good. Mustafa says, if God created me perfect and in his image, where did the possibility of dreaming of separation come from within me? Kat said, the tiny mad idea. So, here's the metaphysics, Mustafa, of A Course in Miracles. Hey, Michael, good afternoon to you, my friend. We exist within the mind of God, ideas in the mind of God. Thoughts leave not their source, meaning we can never and have never left the mind of God. We are existing in the mind of God right now. Somewhere in this infinite expanse of oneness and absolute love in which you were still residing, there was a tiny mad idea that Kat mentioned. There was just a thought, just a thought. What would it be like to be special? What if God looked upon me as special, which is an impossibility? In a world, in an existence where everything is special, how can one thing be special above another? We had the wish to be our own creator. We had a wish to be special in the mind of God. Because this is such a horrendous idea within that infinite perfectness. And yet, because we have been endowed with all the creative power of the creator, himself, herself, itself, everything seemed to have been split. Just an idea, the experience. What would it be like to be different? And here it is. We are living in a dream that's already over. We already know from quantum physics that time is holographic. Einstein alluded to the fact that everything's happening at once. Time is just a way of organizing it, making it palatable. One of those words. So, the tiny mad idea didn't really come anywhere because it didn't really happen. Hey, Skits. Adam says, Mustafa, I use nature as my paradigm of hope. Nature is perfect to me. It doesn't seem to question, just does things. Oh, Sherry says, did you say something to me, Yogi? I did. You had mentioned on a reply, I'm not getting restorative sleep, and how the restorative sleep is leading to greater inflammation. Inflammation leads to a host of problems. So let's get you some restorative sleep. Have you tried longer yoga nidra? They say that yoga nidra, 1 hour of yoga nidra is the equivalent of 4 hours of sleep, restorative sleep. So imagine if you did a 2 hour yoga nidra. Taki Singh says, can you do me one favor, Eric, for my wife? Maybe. Sherry says, yes, I did yoga nidra. Are you doing a guided session? When I read that, I wanted to look that up to make sure. When I read that you said you weren't getting restorative sleep. This is what the art of living. Just read a little bit from the article. Did you sleep well last night? If not, you need a yoga nidra meditation. Feeling stressed or anxious? You need yoga nidra. Have a lot in your plate? If yes, you also need yoga nidra. Yoga nidra meditation is an ancient practice, sometimes referred to as yogic sleep. It is a guided meditation that helps you into a conscious awareness of each part of the body scan. For effortless, deep relaxation, yoga nidra is not about falling asleep. Rather, yoga nidra induces a state of deep rest and inner awareness that is restorative as deep sleep. Although the goal of yoga nidra isn't to fall asleep, it is possible to fall asleep if you are carrying lots of fatigue. The benefits are helps flush toxins out of the body. It offers the opportunity to connect with yourself intimately inside and out. It aids not only in physical healing, but also in emotional healing. It can help reduce tension and manage chronic pain. It can ease symptoms of various psychological conditions, including depression, anxiety, post traumatic stress disorder, and addiction. It is a simple and effortless way to reduce stress. I'm glad you're doing it. All right, where are we? Sure, it says guided. Yes, good. Yes, I don't enter deep cycle. How long are you doing the yoga nidra for? Adam says, Sniper, I think my forgetfulness has helped me too, along with waxy ears. Mustafa says, how the mind that is studying the course now is the same mind as the ego or part of the dream. Um, so, how can an entity that does not exist to you in this world study, understand, or practice the truth? It can't. You will never understand the A Course in Miracles. You'll never understand Buddhism. You'll never understand yoga. Um, you'll never understand the Tao with the egoic mind. It's beyond what the ego can even conceive. Now, the ego can believe that it is practicing. You can have a spiritualized version of the ego, but as long as the ego is still calling the shots, so to speak. you're not practicing the truth. If you're practicing the truth, there's only the truth, right? And therefore, illusions fall away. That's where we practice forgiveness. Forgiveness, hey, Jamie, forgiveness gives us the actuality of truth. $6:40. What time? What time is it now, Tiger King? 6:40 was the anniversary of my father-in-law's passing away. My wife said she absolutely in bits. Could you ring the bell? Do a speech and ring the bell 3 times. It would mean the world to her. Toy Pup says, I made it. Hey, you did. Just in time. I like Ali Boothroyd. Well, hey, Ali, we're gonna make this a healing year for you. Tiger King. I don't know what time that is though. Of course I'll do it for you guys. Can I do it now? Because we're gonna end the live stream in about 2 or 3 minutes. So it might not be the exact time, but how about if we do it now? Thanks for being here, Toy Pups. Just let me know. All right. This is for Tiger King's wife. This is for Tiger King. The passing of Tiger King's wife's father. Uh, losing a loved one. Some of us know that sense of profound and deep loss stays with us. Losing a parent. First people we ever loved. My heart goes out to you, my friend. My heart goes out to you. Tiger King, your wife, love to you guys. So, Masafa, the son did not choose. We didn't choose the dream. It was not a choice. When you close your eyes at night, when you close your eyes at night, do you choose to dream and do you choose what kind of dream that you have? Now imagine if you had a thought. And imagine if your thoughts were so powerful, so creative, that it pulled you in like a vortex and you experience that thought, its full effects, just for an instant, seemingly for an instant. Mustafa says, Tiger King, we love you. Kat says, why don't you just come out on the live stream, Toy Pups? Tiger King says, thank you to people who message, and Eric, you're a star. I'm glad we could be there for you, Tiger King. All right, so guys, I'm going to wrap it up. I'm going to do my meditation. I got a few more videos to post. I got something I'm going to post on my community page from our friend Mark Landau. Going to do something here now. So our friend Mark Landau is making music. We'll talk some more about this. And he really, really wants to pick up sales. So he's asking people who might consider buying a song on iTunes. I think it's like $1. These are uplifting songs. They have a vibratory quality to them, as you would imagine from someone who has been meditating 1960 something. Not just meditating, but meditating with the Maharishi. Evan says you got to watch the new Predator later, man. Well, take that under consideration if it ever comes on free. Let's have Eric listen to this before you go. What am I listening to? Kat says she chooses to enjoy the sun and be happy. I was just looking out the window, wondering if I got some sun, but I don't have any sun. All right, guys, I'll be live again 5:25. Anything I miss, we'll pick it up. We'll continue. All right. I love you guys. I'll see y'all later. Take care. Get Google Movies and you can share rentals. This sounds like an awful lot of effort. Tiger King says, how are you cats? I had a sick cat this morning. Sherry says, bye all. Love you too, Sherry. Thank you. All right, guys. See ya. Hey, it's Saturday night. If you want to, come on up and sing tonight. Yes. This was directed specifically at Toy Pups. But anyone else, if you want to come up and sing, if you want to. We haven't sung in a while, but if you want to. Love you guys.